So I don't know how well you can see it. Right here, that like lump thing.
I can kind of see it.
My lighting sucks. I'm sorry. Anyway, so that's enough. Too much me. I went to the dermatologist today, and what I was expecting was they look at that. People probably remember, like, 6 months ago or something, I had that cancer, and they took it off my nose, and I'm cool. Well, I had my follow-up today, and I expected them to just sort of look at me for 3.5 seconds, say, yep, that's a nose, and send me on my way. That is not how it went. Instead, she's like, oh, look at this. You got some more pre-cancer on your forehead. Let's buzz that off. And she has this, like, I don't know.
Deli slicer.
It was more like a pesticide can.
Kramer!
that shoots what I assume is Freon onto your forehead. And she's freezing the cancer off my fucking face the day of the show. And this is wonderful. And I'm like, so what is this like? And she's like, have you ever had remove a wart? And I have, but they use like a really cold soldering iron, and it wasn't a freeze can like this. And she sprays it, and it was like, it was like 30 seconds of this just burning my fucking face. And I'm like, oh, this is not what I wanted. So then she goes to my back. She takes 2 moles off, 2 samples of whatever. And she's like, look at this one. This is 4 different colors.
Oh,
and
you're all eat up.
She seems like she has a good attitude.
She's pretty cool. But and then like, look, this one. And she's like, it's so black. You make the blackest moles. I was like, yeah, I don't mean to brag, which Slade.
Isn't that great when you just throw out like just a little joke at like the dentist or something and you just get like a belly laugh and it's like, damn, I'm the funniest guy to come to the eye store today. Like, watch out, everyone! I'm picking out frames. Like, funny guy coming.
But she took 2 biopsies and found a precancer, and I'm like, well, I'm starting to wonder. Not that I'm worried about mortality or anything, but I was like, I always thought I'd die from bad decision making, not cancer.
I mean, you did decide to be in the sun for all those years.
Yeah, when you look at it through that lens, maybe it's still bad decision making.
But you don't know yet.
Wear your sunscreen, kids.
These are all just like little checkup things, right? She's like, oh, that's questionable. Let's test that. Let's test that.
The moles were questionable. The forehead was pre-cancer, and the nose was actual cancer.
How did they know? Just through looking, she could tell. Like,
she's like, look at this forehead. Do you see how it's like scaly and rough? And she's having me feel it, and I was like, well, maybe if you're picky. Oh. And
would it bleed again? Like, was it something you could like scratch off and like bleed?
I didn't really notice it until she made me look at it. Like,
God damn.
This is scaring me.
Oh, wait a minute.
Now I'm worried.
Are you sure there was some? How much? You sure she wasn't just bilking the insurance company?
Right?
I bet she just blew cold air on Woody's head for 5 minutes.
Now it says computer duster, but trust me.
She tells me to close my eyes, and then I open them, and it's just her blowing.
It's just her going. Honestly, if there
close your eyes again, and I'll cut you in for half.
If there was a profession of medicine to get into where I feel like you could pull that shit, aside from dentistry, because I feel like they can do whatever and no one can push back because you don't know. But dermatologists, because if they tell me, hey, it's a couple $100 to get this mole removed right now and it's looking iffy, I am 100% doing that. Like 100%.
That's what it costs too. What did she bill you for the mole removals? Like, I know you have insurance, but like what did it like come to per mole? Did you notice?
No, I literally wasn't even exposed to the bill yet. They're gonna go through insurance, and I'll see what's left.
I think they were hitting me for like like maybe almost 200 a mole last time. Like, I wasn't eating up with moles. I think I got 2 removed.
Yeah,
like on my upper back and my shoulders, and I had another one removed when I was a kid. And there's still a scar there. There's like a little
indent.
Crater seems like the wrong word, but like, and it's like, oh, what the fuck? This is never gonna fill back in. Jesus Christ, that was 14-year-old chubby me on a fucking cold bench getting sawed on by that nurse who did not know what she was doing.
I've had the same thing in my 20s. Today was a biopsy, so just a tiny scrape. I'm not gonna have a dent.
Can they just, if it's, I mean, the precancerous thing was a biopsy, not the moles they just knocked out, right?
The moles were the biopsies that they're sending off. the pre-cancer thing, she's convinced that the spray cured it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like that
she's got that magic spray. It's 1800 per minute. And Mr. Thirsty's coming in for the cancer.
He makes airplane sounds.
He's coming in for a strafing run. All that cancer's getting looked out.
Them sending your mole stuff off to get looked at. Now that seems ridiculous. It's like just chop them off, right?
Oh, I disagree.
No. You got to go back for more. No, we got to go back.
Can't they just remove the whole thing and then test it? Like you're not holding on to
that.
It
Doesn't look as good. That doesn't look as good.
Yeah, I'm with Kyle on the vanity side. Yeah, I have 2 small like indents on my back from when I had moles removed, and she told me to come back and get 2 more removed. This is what I get in my 20s, and I was like, just so you know, I'm not doing that. And she's like, no, we can't take them all today, but we're going to take 2 more on another visit. I was like, you better take your favorite 2 right now, because you're not gonna. This is your chance, and that's how we handled it for 20 years.
For 20 years, thank God she chose right.
Yeah, because if they if they take it off and make it cosmetically look good, but if it's cancer, they've got to go back and get clean margins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense then.
So it's a more and it's not just about vanity. It's about how big of a hole do you want in your back today, sir? How many stitches would you like it to be? 1 or 4? That's what it's going to come down to. So and if you want the plastic
stitches for a mole removal, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, my last one
Yeah.
Oh.
4 is what she said for mine, but I got 0 this time, and if they're not cancerous, then we're done.
I need to go to a dermatologist. I probably need moles removed or something.
Yeah.
I never checked that. I had 1 removed when I was a kid, like probably 7 years old. And I don't even think I needed to. I was there with my brother who had to get one. And my mom was like, yeah, take that one too. And I remember my brother was I was probably 6. So he was 4. And the little knife came out and the freezy implements and everything. And I remember being you're the big kid. Time to be brave. And I remember I went first and I just looked away while it was on the back of my armpit area, not in my armpit, on the back kind of shoulder. And she did that. And I remember just feeling a little nick and being blown away at how not painful it was. And then I watched my younger brother just hyperventilating, that kind of crying where it's silence from the child because it's so intense. And I remember smugly at 6 looking at him freaking out and being pussy. You
act like you're
I was so scared, and I went from terrified kid to I'm a big boy in 2 seconds. Got my sucker.
I had a similar fear, but I was worried my dick would get hard. She checked every inch of me. Like I said, I started thinking she was just going to look at my nose for 3 seconds and be like, why'd you even come here? That's what I expected in today's appointment. When they had me get down into just this fucking gown that's open in the back, and she's inspecting in between my toes for trouble, I'm this is that's level thorough. Of inspection that
this is going to end poorly.
Did they check your asshole?
No, not my asshole. She did lift my underwear and look at my butt cheeks.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't mean some guy who's all right, let's knock this out too, brother.
No, but she didn't remove my underwear, but she pulled the waistband up and looked under my underwear. That's how she did it.